How are we doing? How are you? Beautiful, balmy evening. Give a few more minutes. Just getting yourself comfortable. Yeah, so just as you're getting settled, we can still give it another minute or so. But I noticed the kind of expansion of our systems as a kind of a letting out or a relaxation when we're around heat. It's like there's a nourishment happening to the body, filling up. And it just contrasts so much the kind of making yourself slightly smaller in the cold, like you want there sort of to be less of you to feel the elements coming in at you. Kind of a contraction. So yeah, I'm just going to feel into a bit of the nourishment of that. And I wanted our practice this evening to really simply work with the breath, and we might come through the chakra system just to balance our awareness in the heart and find those heart, wide, expansive feeling of the heart, and those feelings that emanate, that touch us into the creative life force, the divine energy that is felt through the heart. So yeah, so just settling down, and let's close the eyes. So bringing your mind, your often wandering mind, off from wandering and into the body, into this moment. Open your ears and your senses to the feelings around you. Soak up the sounds, the sensations, the feelings. The sense of the early evening and the aliveness, maybe outside your room. Sense of nature, the light, the heat. Feel the temperature of the air in your skin. Orientate to the space you're in. Feel your hips where you're resting and the legs where you contact the earth. Soften and surrender into the earth. Be a Panavayu, that downward wind of energy connecting you, rooting you. Syncing you with the vibration of the planet. And then rooting your hips into your seat. Feel the uprising through your spine. Feel your chest a little lifted from the inside. The crown of your head tall. A connection to the spaciousness above you and around you. Finding that place of balance in the heart. Resting your awareness there. As you feel more into your aliveness through the gentle movement of breath. And let's track the breath. As you focus up at the breath at the nostrils, your mind focuses more keenly on the smaller sensations of heat, of cool air coming in, warm air going out. And then following the passage of breath from the nostrils through the throat, where there's a barely perceptible sensation of light contraction and expansion. The gentle rhythm of the breath around the collarbones, the chest, the underarms and side ribs, and the back. Feel the lower back ribs and the lower side ribs, front ribs, the lower front ribs. And that V in the ribs, the solar plexus area. The waves of breath, noticing the expansion at the lower ribs and at that area. And then the drawing in and up of the solar plexus as the ribs draw in on the exhale. Inhale, feel the ribs, the solar plexus expanding. Exhale, the diaphragm draws up there. You feel it draw in. Feeling around these lower front ribs and that solar plexus area. As you breathe in, the diaphragm presses down, and that can expand the organs of the belly. You might feel the belly expand and drawing back in on the exhalation. So just let your breath warm up, the lungs warm up into these lower, deeper levels, just gradually, easily. Remember the back ribs and side ribs. Just be with the expansion and nourishment of each inhale and the natural release that comes with each exhale. As you inhale, you might fill from the lower lungs right up through the chest And then exhale from the chest to the ribs, to the lower lungs. Inhale, filling from the bottom up through to the top of the chest, and exhaling, releasing. And as you follow that exhale, go right to its very end and feel the tide of the breath turn and the inhale come again. The tide turns at the top of the inhale and you follow that wave of exhale. Feel these four sides of the breath: the inhale, the pause, exhale, and the pause. As you breathe, take a mental note of the count of the breath. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pausing, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Might be longer, might be shorter. A steady count of 6 tells you your lungs are warmed up, that you're breathing a deep and steady and relaxing breath. See if the breath will extend to the count of 8 or maybe 10 if you're on it. Focus on extending the exhalation. The inhale will take care of itself. The exhale focuses you on relaxing the system. So with this long, steady breath, I want you to add in a visualization that you're breathing the inhale from the ground below you, up through your midline, through those chakra centers. And just imagine it going up without focusing on individual chakras straight away to the crown of your head. And exhale from the crown of your head down through the midline, tracing your awareness through the body as you go. Down into the earth. Inhaling from the earth through the pelvic floor, the belly, the navel, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye center, and the crown. Exhaling from the crown to the third eye center, throat, heart, solar plexus, navel and belly, pelvic floor, and down into the earth. So just to feel that breath going up and down through the midline center. From the base, from the earth, Muladhara at the base, Svadhisthana at the soft belly, Manipur at the solar plexus, Anahata at the heart, Svadhisthana at the throat, Ajna at the third eye center, and Sahasrara at the crown. Exhale from the crown to the third eye, to the throat, to the heart, to the solar plexus, the belly, the root, and the earth. You can take extra breaths if you like, but just have a felt sense of these areas, noticing the different feeling tones, these important energy centers in the body, chakras, important nerve plexuses, hormonal centers, places of balance, of wisdom, of deep inner knowing, repositories of sensory memory, and distribution centers for the body too. All these different layers, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And the first sense of these areas is through this felt sense. Physical, but the feeling tone. Root yourself, feel the dark earth below you, the spaciousness above you. An embodied sense of knowing yourself. Remind you of the centers again as you breathe in from the base, the pelvic floor, soft belly center, solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye center, and the crown. See if you can feel all sides. Imagine this circular plane, sides and back. When you next breathe in, you can imagine breathing in a color if you like to put a layer on it. So breathe in from the base. You could imagine a green color, healing and light of green coming in from the earth all the way up through up to the crown of the head. You might imagine a white or gold spilling down through the crown and imagine it filling up and overflowing, from the crown into the third eye center, into a cup there, and overfilling into the throat area, filling and overflowing down into the heart, overflowing into the solar plexus, Manipur, overflowing into the belly center, down into the root, pelvic floor, the perineum, or in at the cervix for women. That's filling down into the earth. Draw your root energy up from the earth, green or red or rust, yellow, whatever feels like you're drawn to bring up, pink. Flood each area. This beautiful, bright color. And then coming back down through, might do the same or fill with the white or gold, whatever color comes. Feeling those centers, whether you include the color or not. You might slow your awareness down as you explore the sides, front, the back of each area, root into the earth. Connecting to the spaciousness above. For the last few minutes, I would feel yourself rooted to the earth below you and feel the sense of that midline connected upwards, and just balance your awareness in your heart. Physical heart, feeling heart, the spiritual heart. The expanded, wise heart, where the emanations of the divine are often felt with a feeling sense of loving kindness, metta, compassion, karuna, joy or trust in life, mudita, and the wise holding of upeka, equanimity. The wise heart that holds it all of life's experiences, all of the possibilities. Feel the fullness of your heart. Feel the corners of your mouth lightly turned up, your eyes too, and the heart itself full and an inner smile. Slowly now, just dropping your chin a little bit, opening your eyes towards the floor in front of you. Just slowly noticing your system, feeling your body, your breath. feeling rooted, feeling connected, upwards and balanced in the heart and in the body. And if you want to bring your hands in prayer to your heart in gratitude for yourself, the loving kindness that you've shown yourself in your practice, let's share the intention that this fills up so that it can overflow into our relationships and into the world around us. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you. Lovely practice. Great to practice with you.
Thank you, Tara. It was lovely.